Hello, it's another edition of Saturday Night, and I'm Thecla Wilkie at your pleasure. Speaking of our content, tonight we'll be having the World Music Day. Yes, the World Music Day held recently, and we had it all packaged for your viewing pleasure. And yes, we do have Timi Dakolo in the house. Timi Dakolo was the winner of the 2007 West African Idol. We'll be speaking with him much later in our chat room. But first, we'll give you entertainment tidbits. It's Saturday night. Stay tuned.
Entertainment company MCON, in partnership with Sony Music, has announced plans to release for the first time in Nigeria Usher's new album titled Looking for Myself. The Chief Executive Officer of MCON, Chidi Okeke, expressed delight with the relationship between both companies. He added that it will afford Nigeria the opportunity to be the first country in the West African region where MCON will officially release its international album. The Grammy Award-winning R&B artist described the album, his seventh, as an album to have. Thriller, Michael Jackson's pet tiger, is dead. The 13-year-old animal was diagnosed with lung cancer at the T.P. Hendren Wildlife Reserve near Los Angeles before its death. Jackson's tiger was born in 1998 and lived with Jackson until 2006 when Jackson left Neverland. Jackson's late tiger had been cremated.
Well, that was entertainment tidbits. Up next is a feature on the just concluded World Music Day. Enjoy it.
The World Music Day is a music festival which was first held in France in 1982 and is now held globally in various cities annually on the 21st of June. Music, which is an artistic form of auditory communication, speakers at events say commemorates the high point of every social event. They also noted that music remains the most diversified source of information on family life, religious beliefs, and the general social structure of a society.
We should listen to our musicians. They are philosophers. They are our libraries. They are the conscience of the nation.
Every musician cannot be an orator. Every musician cannot be a deep thinker. There are musicians who are just entertainers, and that is why when you look at the dictionary definition of who a musician is, a musician is a skilled instrumentalist.
The need for players in the industry to promote indigenous works, as promoted by the late music icons such as Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Sonny Okosun, Lucky Dube, were raised.
In the 70s, when you have all these Akbala people singing and the rest of them singing, they sing about, corruption. They sing about corruption, how to better the life of the people around you, how to better the nation, how to train your children. You women, how to, carry yourself, behave well as a married woman or housewife or something. You could pick from what they were saying, teaching morals.
The World Music Day is designed to encourage upcoming artists and musicians to perform live in concert for free, as well as make all the genres of music accessible to the public.
Well, that was the 2012 World Music Day. The beauty about it is when musicians are gathered, you can only get one thing, and that is fun, 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 fun all the way. Well, we're moving on now, and we're moving into our chat room. But before we go into our chat room, we'll give you a teaser of what to expect from our guests. It's Saturday night. Stay tuned.
Yeah. If I told you how I came this far and all the things that I've been through, need I tell you that I've been to hell? I've seen it all and done it all. Growing up as a child wasn't easy. Had to work twice as hard, I was easy. Mama was my inspiration. Every day there was once for situation. Shoes, no laces, bread, no tea, but I kept on coming strong. But that's when I looked to the mirror and I told myself this was hard. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And I say, this little light of mine, ooh yeah, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Yes, as promised you earlier, Timi Dakolo is in the house, and we're just about to have a chat with him. Join us as we welcome him to Saturday Night. You're welcome to
Thank
Saturday
you very
Night.
much. Thank
Wow,
you
it's
very
been a long, long while.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes, so what's been happening to you?
Yep, a lot has been happening. I just released one of my new videos, Love Song, and much excited. I got the right to do Majek Fasheks, Send Down the Rain. My album is out. It's titled Beautiful Noise. Still working in the studio and all that.
That's a lot of things you have going on for you.
Yeah.
Wow. So, before now, you talked about your album being released.
Yes.
That's the first album, I suppose?
Yes, that's the first album.
Okay, so what's the title of the album?
Beautiful Noise.
Beautiful Noise. So some noise can really be ugly.
Noise is ugly actually, but the collection of good sounds put together makes it beautiful.
That's going very philosophical. Right?
That's me.
Are you a philosopher?
No, I am. No, by chance.
By chance. So what's the chance meeting? How did it happen?
By life experiences. By life experiences.
So
I tend to think deep into situations and look for how to make the most out of everything.
Oh, speaking of life, when we talk about life, what has your experience been in life?
Life experiences, ups and downs, standstills and turnarounds, good times, bad times, but all of them. I did learn a lesson from everything.
What would you say is your ultimate lesson?
It's even riskier not to take risk.
Because the risk you don't take, you regret not taking them much later.
I'd rather regret the things I did than the ones I didn't do at all.
That's a beautiful one. Did you grow up with your grandparents?
Yeah, I grew up with my grandmother, to be precise.
I could tell already. I could tell already, because people who grow up with their grandparents, they tend to have a broader knowledge.
See life from a different perspective.
Yes, a very, very deep perspective. That's good. So, speaking of your background, you were born into... Where are you from? Let's start from there. Where are you from?
Bayelsa State. I'm from Barantoru in Bayelsa State.
You call that again?
Barantoru.
Okay.
It's a village in Yenegua local government area.
All right.
And but I was born in Accra, Ghana. My mom is a Ghanaian.
Okay.
But they shipped me back to Nigeria to stay with my grand.
Did you just say they shipped you?
Shipped me. They brought me back. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Good decision they took, though.
Okay. So, at what time did they bring you?
I was like 9 months, 9 months.
Old?
Yes.
When you got to Nigeria?
Yes. When I started living in Port Harcourt. And all that.
Okay. So, when you came into Nigeria... At that time, you were just like a baby, and
I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was. I didn't even know what had happened. Like, I've left one country for another and all that. But Nigeria is a blessed country.
It is indeed. I can say that for free. You see, the thing about Nigeria is that apart from being the giant of Africa, there's just something unique about Nigeria. Once you come in here,
this is home. You can't. No matter where life takes you, you always know that this is home.
Home is home. Home sweet home. Can you tell us a bit of your growing up?
Yep, I didn't actually grow up with my parents. I grew up with my grandmother. My siblings grew up with my parents. Okay, at about 3, 4, they wanted to come and take me back, but it was a strong. I didn't want to go. I didn't know where I was going to. I was now used to, let me use the word, addicted to being with my grandmother and all that. So I refused to go. It was a real struggle. So they decided, okay, let's just leave him, and that's how I grew up with her. Like.
So how was growing up like? I mean, you were away from your siblings. Yeah. It didn't affect you in any way?
It actually didn't affect me. I would say in all of my stay, I never felt unloved. Because it's a thing, it was not all that rosy. It was never rosy. Let me not say, more often than not, it was not rosy. It was not rosy being with an old lady, and she was a petty trader and all that. And I had to get myself involved in the work and all that. But I never felt unloved because she was always, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Don't worry. She's always, this is going to get better kind of. But I didn't see any other way that life would have been different in that sense. Like, okay, I would rather be here, see her, I would gist. She'd tell me stories, probably tell me stories she has told me before.
In a different way.
Yes. She always has a lesson in everything. She always has something to say that just lifts you up. Oh, don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry. Just keep. Because I was growing up as a child, there's something I didn't like to do. didn't like to wash dishes. I don't know why it was hard, but I didn't like it. I could just be forming smart, keep the plates somewhere. The whole house will now be dry, no plates. Then I start sorting for plates, now bringing dirty plates for 2 days. And it was me. I prefer to do everything else than wash plates. But she was telling me, don't worry. There's a lesson to learn from just washing dishes. There's a lesson to learn from carrying 20 liters of water and moving around. She always finds a way to make you learn a lesson. She always asks you, like, okay, have you finished your homework? And go and read ahead. All those kind of I was thinking that I could not play when my mates were playing. She was saying, no, you kind of, like, I was thinking, sometimes when I was a child, I used to think that she was actually, this woman is wicked. How can I not be playing? Everybody's playing after school. Because I always rush back to finish my homework, so I would go and play. She now asked me, what does play do? And all that. And
would you take her as a disciplinarian?
She was. I could get caned for a lot of things that people can pass by. You can just say, okay, this one is a child. But no, I didn't get it.
Grandmas naturally or generally, grandmas are perceived to be the ones who love, who don't even use a cane at all.
Ooh. You don't want to try my grandma.
Was she a teacher?
No, she wasn't. She was a petty trader.
Okay.
You don't want to try her for. You just know. If you know there are things you just do, you know, man, something's going to go down today. You just know. You start crying before the time. You have to report yourself. You know that I grew up in a house. When you actually do stuff, she will tell you to go and bring your cane.
Yourself.
Imagine the long distance you can bring your cane. You know that
the mental torture.
But it was worth it at the end. Looking at me now, it was worth it.
But were there times when you said, "Oh, I'm tired of grandma. I want to go back to my mommy and daddy"? You know, were there times like that?
No, there were no times like that.
Seriously?
There's no time because my mother used to beat too.
Okay.
My mother was very young, and her own beating wasn't like my grandmother's own. She doesn't use cane. She used to just slap you upside down very fast before my grandmother used to she'll give you the lesson, then beat you. I tell you what my mother just beat you, give you upside left side. Then, you know, she was young and her own beating
she had the energy.
She had so much energy. I was not cane like, okay, I could master the art of collecting it. But this was a hand slap, kick, you're on the floor.
So you prefer the grandma?
And in that situation, I always prefer when people are around. When she's beating, they will stop. But if I come to Lagos to tell my mother, nobody's to stop the beating.
My God.
I remember one situation where I came to Lagos. She told me, don't go outside. And everybody was playing. They were playing table tennis. And somebody just hit the table tennis. And I went to go and play tennis. And I saw Doc. I just picked a small stone and stoned the stuff. And he just died. And I knew that was the end. And nobody to save me. And I got the beating of my life that day.
No, and you say you remember it.
I remember that. No, that was the beat. I mean, when you can remember something at this age, and you say that's the beating of my life. It felt from the, children were not shouting. I didn't know that they were shouting. I could remember everything they were saying. Timi donkey, My mother was coming from far. She heard it. They gave me. It was all fun. Yeah.
So what did you see? Did you see God? Did you see the devil while the beating was going on?
When my time they beat me, it's always dramatic because I want to run. I will shout, "Oh God, all the galaxies, save me, neighbors!" It was like drama. But I was never used to that kind of beating.
But in the end, you would say that has really formed you.
It was shaped me. Like, okay, always do whatever you're doing, do it right.
Would you want to adopt that kind of training for your own kids?
No, I would not spare my kid for doing rubbish. I would say it live and direct. I don't care if they say I will sit you down and tell you that, but there are things you do. No, I have to spare the rod is to spoil the child. I will not say, oh, there's no petting, there's no go to the dark corner or go to like they do now. Go to the dark corner, go and sit down. Go to your room. No, don't go to no room. I'm gonna beat you upside left.
Let's start from your education background.
From my primary school. Yeah, I schooled all in Port Harcourt. I went to school, Berry Nursery and Primary School, and grandma. Sometimes more often than not, I was home learning from the house than school because of school fees and all that. Secondary school was easier. Things were beginning to change a little bit. Then I went to Uniport. I did linguistics and communication studies and all that.
So you finished from Uniport as well?
Yeah, I did a diploma in Uniport. And I came for Idols, yeah.
Okay, so after then was when you got into the competition.
Yes.
So how did you for the competition? Who actually inspired you to go into the competition, the West African Idol 2007?
Yeah, it was a friend of mine. His name is Isaiah George. He came to me the first day. He said, they're showing something on DSTV. We don't have DSTV. Why would I know what they're showing on DSTV? They're showing on there. They're trying to do like an idol stuff and like that. Go now. You have been disturbing us with music in this house. I say, I beg, it's one of those Nigerian things. You're disturbing my life. Backward, stay somewhere. I'm not going anywhere. We're busy. We're just in the house laughing and all that. He came the second day. Guy, just try. Just at least try. And that's why I got the philosophy. It's even riskier not to take a risk. And we went to the stuff through the whole process. But as time went by, I discovered that people could recognize me. Timi, that last week, man, you did real good. So I told myself, anything that was worth doing well. Let's give it a try. The secret of such competition is get connected with the audience. Let them be able to relate with you. And week in, week out, do your best. Just do your best. Let it be lovable. That's just it.
So when you got to the finals and it was just the three of you left on stage, how did it make you feel?
It was a 50-50 approach. It's either you win or you lose.
You were just indifferent?
No, not like I wasn't. I wanted to win.
Okay.
You deep down inside.
So you got to that point when it was like, gosh, I have to win this thing. Because when you got into the house, when you got to top 4, I told myself, I've come this far now. How will I not live like that? I leave that $10,000 and I was win. So there was more of determination. I would call it rugged determination because I now discovered that for you to get to such this thing, you have to. It's a once in a lifetime. You know that moment that you live for that you can't actually explain to anybody. That okay, this is the chance of a lifetime. Grab it while you can. Yes, we brushed through your childhood without asking you the question of when it actually started for you. I mean, music wise. When did you actually discover or realize you can sing and impress people? When did you actually?
Yes,
when did you?
I had. Growing up as a child, there used to be just a lot of music around. But I did not take music as serious as my house was go to school, make sure you have good grades.
So after you won the Idols, what else? What happened afterwards?
Yeah, after I won Idols, they were up and down. We're going to record abroad. We're going to do this. A lot of things did not just work out, so we just pulled out of the contract. So I started doing stuff by myself. I started doing recording by myself, trying to write songs by myself. I went for a while. I went back to Port Harcourt. I tried to know the nitty-gritty of the music industry and the music business.
So it was like, okay, you came into the competition blind to the music world.
I wasn't. There was no. The thought of being a musician did not cross my mind. I could gain attention by just singing anything, but it wasn't like okay, I wanted to be a musician. So I had to go back. I had to learn stuff on songwriting. I had to start learning the theory of music, like that on my own. Read books and all that. Articles on music and great musicians.
And afterwards?
Afterwards,
you were just.
I knew I had to get it right. I had to get it right. I don't think my grandma used to say there's no excuse for failure. The day you say, "Oh, this is why I failed. This is why I failed," then you have admitted that you're a failure. So there's no excuse. People have been through what you have been through. They've come out stronger. They've come out better. They've come out shining.
What inspires you when you want to write?
It just pops up. I could just sit down and something can just start playing in my head. And I would just say, excuse me. My friends know that when I say, excuse me, I want to do something, I'm going to record it on my phone. And after then, I'll just keep singing that particular line. It's one line that leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to a verse.
And then afterwards, you just come up with it?
Yes, just come up. I always call Kobams. This was playing in my head. He's my producer. Kobams to call. So this was my play. This direction that the song is going to. I am versatile in a way.
Okay.
Because in my album, when I say Beautiful Noise, it's a collection of different genres of music. I have rock, I have R&B, I have dance, I have soul. I'm a big fan of deep lyrics.
Okay.
Not to say music is, but I'm a big fan of words that are heavy. That apart from getting you excited, they get you thinking.
So for you, it's not about the drama. It's about the message,
It's
the lyrics.
mostly about the message.
And that's so different from what we're very used to now. What we have here in Nigeria.
There are different strokes, different folks, different strokes for different folks, like they say. For me, I'm a big fan. I like the reading, but I'm more particular.
But what would you say? What would you say about because right now in the Nigerian industry, in the music industry in particular, the kind of music they reel out, some of them don't really have meanings. It's just beat and drama. What's your perception? What's your take on that?
Again, I'm in no position to judge anybody.
No, I'm just saying your take.
My take, it's different folks for different strokes for different folks. What is my yardstick is, I want to make music that is transgenerational. 60 years from now, somebody plays and says, "Oh wow, that's the good one." The likes of Sony, you can play their music 100 years after. The likes of Oliver the Cook, you can play their music anytime. It carries the message. It's not a now music. It's not a seasonal music. I want to make music that is evergreen. That will be here when I'm gone.
It took you 4 years, right, to reel out your album. Am I right?
Yeah.
Why did it take so long? Because most people, once they win a competition, they're jumping into the studio to get something done, to keep their fans, going. Why did it take you 4 years?
Let me give one illustration.
Okay.
When children used to, when I'm back from school and people are playing, and I want to go, my grandma used to say, "Not yet." She used to just say, "Not yet." I want to say, people are playing. She will not tell me that in the excitement of people rushing out to play, you might just actually get injured and get lost in the play and probably get injured. I think the message was, why not be slow and get it right? But rather be fast than miss it. Because the same people that are telling you, "Hey, where to release your album?" If you mess it up, the same people that will crucify you. Like I told you, Nigerians are unforgiving.
All right, so we pause for a sec here to have our viewers enjoy your song. And the title of the song is Love Song. Enjoy Timi Dakolo as he gives us Love Song. Saturday Night, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Days since you went away, your presence I'm missing, my reason for living. You took along with you, baby. I'm wishing, hoping and thinking you come back soon. I will give up anything, give up everything just to hear from you. So write me a love song, send me a letter. Tell me you love me.
Yes, welcome back. That was a love song by Timi Dakolo. Yes, talking about the love song, what exactly informed that particular track? It's a beautiful one.
Yeah, a lady, when the ladies, they give you like green light, let's be friends, let's this. All of a sudden, you just wake up and discover she's no more. So all I'm saying is, write me a love song, send me a letter, tell me you love me, and I'll be okay.
You seem to be a very romantic person.
Oh, say that again.
I can say that again. Unfortunately, you're married.
Super, happily married.
Okay, so when did it happen?
I'm 31st of March 2000.
31st of March 2000. So viewers, he's taking. Show it to them. Flaunt it. Yes, he's married. He's out of the market. So look elsewhere. For girls, look elsewhere. For boys, please join the queue. So how's married life like?
Very well, we learn every day.
Oh,
we
great.
Learn every day. Because something I've discovered is relatively cheaper than dating.
Tell me about it. Tell the guys about it.
It's
Tell
relatively
them.
cheap actually. After the first marriage money and everything you're not settled, eat at home. Oh God. Can't wait. Afang soup is actually waiting for me on my way home. I'm so blessed, God. That's by the way.
So we'll say married life has added value to your life.
Yep. Yep. I see things differently. Now you don't think for one, you think for a lot of people.
But can she replace your grandmother in any way?
She can in a lot of ways.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
We're learning. And you can learn from the young.
No, she just has a way of calming me down. The way she just looks at him. and she doesn't say much. She has said so much.
You'd have had other ladies in your life, but you decided to pick her out of the crowd. What made her the chosen one?
Because she's not the face in the crowd. She stands out.
Oh dear.
She's you know that thing that you can't explain, that something that just completes the whole equation.
We understand that, so that other people won't start searching and looking and pointing their torchlight around her, right?
They can't try it now. You wanna try me? This is your boy.
Well, Timi, we've had a good time having you in the house. So what are we expecting from you? When is your next album coming up?
Sooner than soon. I'm working on a lot of songs. I've been recording. Don't worry, you soon hear my version of Send Down the Rain. The sky look misty and cloudy.
Oh dear, I can't wait for that to happen.
I'm just excited. I'm excited. I always make sure that it gets better. It gets better like fine wine. I always, like they say, it should let the next one always be better. That's what greatness is.
All right, thank you so much. I've had a wonderful time, and I'm sure the viewers too have had a wonderful time. So I hope when next we call on you to come on.
I'll be here in a hurry.
Oh, you'll be here in a hurry. Good. We'll take you up on that. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So viewers, that's how much we have time for on Saturday night. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Have a pleasant night.